Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Quick little switch of the screen, and we are here with some mono red Obosh. So Obosh being our companion, we can only play cards that have odd converted mana cost 1/3/5. So trying out a different take on mono red. Obosh makes it so odd converted mana cost, if it would deal damage, it deals double that damage to a permanent instead, or a player. So kind of amplifying some of the damage effects from cheap mono red things. So this is something we're going to want to try out and see is foregoing things like Embercleave, Torbrand, and stuff like Robber of Riches and 2-drop slot worth it to have potentially a 8th card in hand and a Anthem damage doubler for all our stuff. So what we're trying to do is maximize the number of 1-drops, so that way on turn 2 we're not really at a disadvantage by not being able to play some stuff. So we have Fervent Champion, Grim Initiate, Scorch Spitter. I like these because they have first strike with the double damage, could be relevant to kill things. This dealing damage from the attack also gets doubled. You have Footlight Fiend. When it dies, it will deal an extra point of damage. And then you have Shock, which will basically be a 1-mana deal 4. Then you have stuff like Bonecrusher Giant. Both sides are relevant because it's a creature, it's 3 CMC, it works in the deck despite having the stomp ability. Anax is still great in these types of shells. Phoenix of Ash is a recursive threat that we have some space to play. Light up the stage for card advantage. And then I'm playing Chandra, basically just reoccurring value. We have some more flexibility. And then something I want to try out is Heraldic Banner. Not only does it ramp us a bit into Obosh, but it gives us an Anthem to make our things stronger. We're going to be playing on average kind of weaker creatures, so it's a way to get it ahead there. Mana base wise, we have 4 castles, and I want to try out a Mobilized District in this list. We're not trying to get triple red, so having a 1 of kind of utility land should be reasonable. Sideboard wise, we're still bound by that same restriction, so we don't get certain like burn spells like Lava Coil coming out. So got a couple claims for the bigger decks like Uro or stuff like that. Even for mirrors against like Luros and stuff, if you could steal Luros, it's pretty good. Redcap Melee is removal. Weaponize the Monsters is something I want to try out. It's a way where late game we can push through some extra damage. 3 Grafdigger's Cage versus all the Luros matchups in Ruda, which we haven't really seen. Irreverent Revelers is a way for us to destroy an artifact. Some risk factors because we can't play Experimental Frenzy, and then 2 Tibalts to shut off the life gain. So we'll fire it up. Kind of tanked my rating. None of my control decks have been working well for me the last couple days. Just some real weird, like, only need to hit a land 4 turns later, or keep a hand with 3 lands, never draw a 4th after like 6 draws. So just kind of weird circumstance. So can't go further down, or we can, but if we're going to get top 1200, we need to play some ranked. Also, I've had like some just like, as much as we've lost, opponents had some good draws. I think we mulligan this. Opponent does go first though, and they're on a Luros deck, so maybe we keep this. We're on the draw. There's a high likelihood we can draw into something as a 1-drop, so black-red. Just another land, not the best. So we can Bonecrusher here. Take them off that. We can probably go wide. Actually, I'd rather take them off this Dreadhorde Butcher. You would have been good last turn. Dreadhorde could kind of serve as removal, so I'd rather get it out of the way now. So we are taking 2 points here, but we can get it off the board now. Next turn I'm probably going to go Anax since we have 2. If they have something like Deadweight, at least it leaves a creature behind. Okay, they go Luros. Interesting they play that out now. I think we just go Anax here. Next turn I can follow it up with a Bonecrusher and a Footlight Fiend. They had the Claim. And they cast Dreadhorde. Super bad. So we're going to have to be selective with these blocks. We're taking 2 damage from this dying and 2 damage from this dying, which is a bit problematic because we can't really gain life, and then they can just keep attacking with these and reanimating it with Luros. So we're probably dead. We need a way to take Luros off the battlefield. So block here, block here, block here. They get 2 points onto the Bonecrusher. Oh, they just went face. So if I go Bosch, we can deal 8 and then 6, 14 damage. We are a little stuck here, so I might just poke through some damage. These can't block anyways. Chandra and Banner. I think we go Banner here and then play out the Fervent Knight. Might be able to set it up depending on how their draw is. They're going to get a draw here. They just need anything to deal like that extra point of damage, because they're going to deal 2 off this dying. Yep, and they had the cat. So, awkward draw there. So in this matchup, shut off their life gain, shut off the stuff coming back from the graveyard. I think Redcap Melee is a perfectly reasonable card. What do we want to cut in this matchup? Chandras don't seem that reasonable. Phoenix of Ash can go over the top, which is good. Bonecrusher is fine. Anax is fine. I like the first strike. 4 cuts, because I kind of want potentially... Because we could steal their things, but we can't really sack. So maybe one of these in. Trim and Anax. Banner lets us go a little bit bigger, but we can probably... We've cut our curve down a bit, so maybe cut a land. It's probably just the Scorch Spitters, to be honest. Keep a Spitter. They're not going to attack that well in. They have a lot of 1/2s, so the trade's not really worth it. At least the other stuff has first strike. With Obosh, it can deal some more damage. Sounds much more reasonable. So this is a game I'd really like stuff like Lava Coil or Scorching Dragonfire, which we can't play. Interesting. So they don't have Luros as their companion. Okay. A little unfortunate because we would have got the extra damage. They would have pumped each other up. Keep the shock. We can kill whatever they play this turn. Hopefully something like a priest. I still think we just take this out right now, just to be mana efficient, because I want to go Phoenix this turn. Phoenix is also a good mana sink if we ever flood. It's only 3 cards to escape. Let's just kill this. This game's going much smoother. We have Tibalt to make some tokens. We also have the 3 to escape, but it's for mana wise. I like stuff like Grim Initiate. It leaves stuff behind after. There's the haste goblin that gets unblockable-ish. You can do stuff like Ginger Brood as well. Okay, so they shock in, they go oven. Do they have cat? Claim's actually good there because they get the body behind after. Okay, they have cat. So Tibalt here is good because it shuts off any life gain from them. I think I'm going to hold this back. Tibalt's reasonable here to keep alive, so I want to be able to negative it again. And then if we draw a land, we can just Obosh this turn. Shuts off the life gain from Mire Triton. Cage would be a good draw. 6% chance of drawing Cage. We still have 2 shocks in the deck. Super annoying. That's fine. We get to take Mire Triton out like this. They'll sack our Phoenix. But I can just escape it back. Which is, I think... let's drop a Bosch down. They'll have less to do against a Bosch. This could get hit by dead weight. Interesting they opted to do that now. They could have done it on their turn to get back this Gutter Bones. Phoenix will deal 6 in the air next turn. Okay, they have Robber. So let's just take the block here. They're going to unlock the cat again. That's actually fantastic draw. Because they have to block here, these pump each other up, so these deal 4 damage each. Yeah. Okay, much better that game. So they still have the claims. I think we're okay running it back. They have like dead weight, stuff like that. Yeah, seems reasonable. Their hand is a bit awkward there. Interesting they take out Luros. It seems like a really decent card against our deck, just being able to recycle threats. See if they bring it back in as their companion. This hand's fine. Actually, I should have brought in the guy that blows up artifacts. I missed that one. I don't think we added... We didn't add it in. Let's go initiate here. Next turn I have the melee. Just kind of build up to the banner. Just gonna switch views for a sec. Okay, sweet. We can see here. So they do have cat here, which is very unfortunate for us. So I think what we do... We attack in nonetheless. This will incentivize them to block, sack it. It might get them to pop it early. And then we can Bonecrusher it. See if they bring it back. Nope. So, a little unfortunate there. So I'm going to do this just because Bonecrusher, if they sack it, we want to get that value out of it. And I don't want to lose this Bonecrusher. Okay, they opt to take out our creature. I think what we do here, because they're going to have the ground pretty blocked up, but this gets me ahead on mana. So we can do this. They bring back the cat, but they have 2 food tokens. Or we go with this. I think we just go Phoenix here. Just gonna hold this back. They have the extra food, so they can just block and take us out that way. Opponents used 5 more minutes of clock. So they brought Mayhem Devil out of the side. And we don't have answers for Mayhem Devil. See if they take the block. So this is one of the weaknesses of the deck. You're a little susceptible to this type of game plan. All our things are 1/1s. We haven't seen much Mayhem Devil in the last bit. But here they're just going to machine gun our board. So hoping to just get it down where we can get an Obosh or get one of these going with Obosh and push through some damage. The amass token, because we already had one, goes on top. Okay, we do have Redcap Melee. That is great. So we're going to do this before playing out a creature. They'll have to decide what they want to sack. But then I can go Banner. So I can drop another Banner and play out the Grim Initiate. Then I'm going to drop Phoenix. Do we have enough in the graveyard? Yeah. Actually, you have haste as well, so right now I have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think we just do a Bosch, because then next turn I can Phoenix and Bonecrusher. I'm not going to attack because they have the 2 food tokens, so it gives them a free interaction with the cat. That was a very timely Madcap, or Redcap Melee. May want to play more of those in the sideboard for this matchup. And to be honest, we probably should be playing a full 4 cages. This matchup's going to be very difficult for us. They shock in. They might just be popping all the food. They have Luros. Like a dead weight on the Initiate. So they just move Luris into the main board. See what they do here. Opponent is playing very slow. They're at 16 minutes, we're at 24. So I'm going to bring back Phoenix. I'm going to go into full control afterwards. Because they're going to bring back the cat and then... I think when they... No, I think it's just right to do... Actually, they bring back the cat, they gain 3, the cat blocks. They don't have to sack anyways, so let's just do this now. Because I can deal 12 with Phoenix. But I'd rather they just don't gain the life off this. They'll sack here. They should sack because this shuts off my Bonecrusher. This is a match where I have Mobilized District for the following turn if possible. So either of these are going to deal 10 damage. And I do have enough to escape this back again. So even if they draw something like Reaper or Midnight Devil, Mayhem Devil. Midnight Reaper, Mayhem Devil. Temple of Malice means they are dead. Well, they can gain some life. Just pump it all into the Phoenix. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 5, 6, 7. So if I do 2 pumps, it becomes 9, deals 18. So they're dead. Or, so how much life can they gain? They gain 6. Yeah, they're still dead. Because this is 18, 19 damage. Okay, so not bad. 18, 19, they're at 15, they can sack, gain another life, or they can gain 3 life. Sick. Okay. Obosh up to 99, try to get to the top 1,000. I'm just going to give Arena a quick reset. And then we'll take it from there. Actually, that one was a pretty good demo. I'm going to actually cut the stream and then we'll do a budget deck. So just to split it up and then go from there. But thanks for tuning in. I'll be back in a couple minutes with one of the budget decks we've been working on. And we can go from there. Thanks for stopping by and have a great one.